There are three effects to content marketing that you might not understand. And if you don't get these, you're probably not going to properly evaluate the impact that your content marketing campaign is going to have. My name's Tate. I work on marketing in China, content marketing, and search marketing. And I see this problem with people coming from an advertising background or with executives that don't really understand marketing. So if they need your help with it, understanding it, maybe send them this video. Let's get to these three effects here. I'm going to pull up my screen. All right, now we're looking at a real campaign here for my website. This is an advertising campaign. And in this advertising campaign, I can see that 63 users arrived on 1 month, 70 the next, 86 the next. It's very flat. If I spend a consistent amount, I'm going to continue to get a similar amount of traffic. This traffic that I'm getting is rented. I have to pay for it continually to keep doing it. So people that are analyzing this can look at the revenue earned from these months or the lead obtained and directly compare it to the cost. But that's not going to work so well for content. Let's look at some real content marketing for my website. So here's a blog post that I wrote. It's about some Chinese search engines that you need to know about. Let's imagine that I say this cost us $400 to create. Now, if this was in a quarterly report and I had a boss to report to besides me, they might look at this and they say, well, there's 28 page views here, 96, and then it's 36. In total, there's only 160 page views for $300. We think this is not that good of an investment. Maybe we'll just stop doing content marketing like this. But okay, let's look a little bit closer. This is from 2014. Let's zoom out a little bit, okay? All the way to the end of December 2015. Okay, so this post looked like it was actually going down in traffic. It started to pick up and up and up, and it kept going for a long time. Let's look a bit further. Actually, all the way until August 31st, 2022. So this post got a tremendous amount of traffic. It kept growing and growing and growing. And then eventually it kind of fell down in the rankings. It didn't get as much traffic later on. Now this is over a period of 8 years that we're looking at. So the post did die off just in the last month after 8 years. It received 78,000 page views. It's worth quite a bit to us. Now, how do you actually evaluate this? First, let's give it a name. Okay, let's call this one the evergreen effect. And what it means is that a lot of the content that you post online is going to be evergreen. It's going to be there for a long time. I know from my website and the content that I post on there that a lot of blog posts are going to have a shelf life of about 6 years, okay? So if I know the monthly traffic within the first 3 months, I can say each year it's going to get 4 times that and then 6 more times that, okay? I can multiply it by that to estimate the future results. That's the evergreen effect. Let's look at the second effect. Okay, here's some more data from a real campaign for us. It's not for a company, it's for a different one. But here I can see these social followers growing over time. It kind of looks like you could extrapolate straight lines on here, right? You might say so. So you might decide that you might use a straight line to predict future results and decide if you're going to continue and invest in this, right? Imagine you did that. Well, you might be missing out on something. This I would call the blow up effect, okay? I add one more channel in here and we can see what happened. This one channel, Xiaohongshu, and its followers all of a sudden exploded 1 month. And this happens on all these platforms that are out there. This happens on Xiaohongshu or a platform like YouTube or TikTok or anywhere else. It might just explode, and you might see it growing over time in this really jilted way where it goes flat for a while or just increases a bit, and then boom, it explodes on one platform. A little later, boom, it explodes again. So over time, you get these plateaus that are showing up in your results. the more you do the content, the more you improve it, the more you understand who you're making the content for, the more likely you're going to get these blow-ups over time. So you got to keep putting the effort in and always iterating, always just exploring, creating, discovering. Okay, that's the process. Explore new ideas, create the content, then discover what worked and what didn't work, and keep improving over and over again, and it will get great results in the future. It's very likely that that will happen. Okay. Now, the third effect, I don't have data to show this, but I'm just going to call it the warmth effect. And don't take my word for it either. Ask anybody that does content marketing whether this is true or not. If you're continuously doing content marketing over a period of time, talking months, years, a lot of stuff in the business is just going to get easier. Not just lead generation either, not just the number of people that contact you, but the sales process might get easier because the customers that are coming to you are learning more about your products, your services, your company. You're educating them more online. It makes your sales easier. All right. It could be also that they're just nicer to talk to. Okay, I know from our marketing campaigns that a campaign that's very direct, like advertising campaign, sends people to a landing page, and then they fill out the landing page, they contact you. They don't know much about you. They don't know much about your company. But what if that wasn't the way that they found you? What if they were bouncing around the internet trying to solve their problems, and then your name as an individual or a brand, a business, kept showing up for them over and over again? And what if they already received a lot of value from the things that you were able to teach them, to help them with? Well, then they come to you almost like they're friends, right? So these are a totally different, it's a totally different kind of interaction that will make things a lot easier for you and for your whole team. That's often not shown in marketing reports, especially for big businesses who are like taking these different things, the marketing and the sales, maybe customer support, and splitting them out completely into different areas to analyze. The marketing will make all of that stuff easier. It's going to make things warmer, more friendly, cozy. So these are the three effects that you need to consider when you're analyzing the results of your content marketing and deciding how much you should invest in it into the future. Again, evergreen effect, blow up effect, warmth effect. Thanks. See you later.